Tulare, California, please welcome the preacher, James Kindell.
Represent, get drunk, represent, get drunk. If you know you reppin' Jesus, go ahead and throw it up. Represent, get drunk.
God bless you today. You know, the next couple guests that we're having really connects with that song because we're going to meet a couple of some fantastic youth pastors. And I'm really proud to introduce to you somebody that I just met for the first time. Got a great testimony, a great youth ministry. He's a youth pastor, and these are the kind of people that are helping change our world. Would you please welcome James Kindell from Tulare, California. All right? Let's say the name right. Okay. Hey, James, we're glad to have you, Pastor. God bless you.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. And I noticed that right when we started out the show, man, you did the boxer thing.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
You know, I've been since I was 10 years old. I'm 30 now. For the last 20 years, I've been doing amateur boxing.
Give us a sense of, man, how did you get here? How did you get to youth ministry? How did you become a Christian? Tell us about your connection with God.
Well, you know, I was raised absolutely opposite of TBN-ish, you know, if I can say that. I'm 17 years old. Actually, some things happened in my life, and I finally went to a church. No one invited me, just kind of, I knew God was drawing me, because he's the drawer, he's the one who calls.
Yeah.
And I went to church, and I first heard about Jesus, and that he loves me, and he died for me. So I was like, I want that Jesus.
Wow.
And see, I understood the Savior part of Jesus, but didn't understand the Lordship. And so for the next 2 years, from 17 to 19, I was living my own life. I had an amazing encounter with God. I was sleeping, I moved out of the house, and I was sleeping on a couch one morning, and early in the morning, I heard John 14:6 just echoing through my head. Never studied or memorized this at all. And then I went and I looked it up, and it's where Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So, you know, naturally you can scratch your head and go, that's pretty deep. Yeah. And so this is probably a month or two later, I was riding my motorcycle down Highway 16. That's when I lived in Washington. And the power of God just hit me. And I began to cry. I mean, like, not just sissy little cry. I started like booger crying. Yeah, can I say that on TV? I was crying and weeping, and the power of God just hit me. And I remember I pulled over at this little park, and I took my helmet off and set it on this picnic table. And I got on my knees and I said, God, I just give you my life, everything I have. But I still box because it does give me an open door to minister to certain people that most pastors can't. You know, I look at it all, but my heart and passion in it and why I do it is because I get to minister to people that never get to hear about Jesus.
Sure.
And I believe as a church, we need to start waking up and just going, what has God gifted me in?
Yeah.
And how can I use that to spread the gospel? Because that's what we're called to do. Our lives are nothing unless we do what God's called us to do, which is to spread that gospel.
Yeah.
And so that's why I do. And I tell the church, we need to wake up and get passionate about souls. Because if we're not passionate about souls, then what are we here for?
Right.
It's bigger than that. We all have a purpose.
Yeah. Man, you are fired up, man.
Oh, thank you.
They got to turn the air conditioner on getting around you. Listen, you got a great heart. You'll be back. You touch hearts. And you got a passion. Glad that you came. Back. You'll be back. You have got the fire of God on you, buddy. Are you glad that he came tonight? I'm so glad. And we're going to believe God. There may be somebody right now watching just like you.
What you shame, what you shame, what you shame, what you shame.